to give that up.
Their full ult
Chaos
off.
wasn't there. That was a 4v5, and that's really unfortunate. Like, they lose Heart Pulse, and Heart Pulse is dangerous, but red team is going to have to be super careful. Because
whoa, what was that?
Zoom? It was a zoom. It was zooming for the sake of zooming. Sometimes you just gotta go fast.
Thank you. Gotta go fast. This is like turtle version of Sonic.
See, here's my question right now. They're just contesting it. They keep pulling it out, but they don't have smite. Their smite is dead for another 10 seconds. And they are just trying to bait them into a fight. They are trying to bait them into a fight, and they're succeeding because they know that Vayne can peel this down. And there's the ult from Cassiopeia. They need to kill this dragon!
Oh, that was beautiful.
That was such a good fucking steal. They stopped.
That he wasn't going to get it because the Cassiopeia ulted him.
No, that's exactly was their call. But too many of them stopped DPS on Elder, and it was so low that all Rammus had to do was get within smite range, and it was his.
Bonk.
You've got Elder now. Did Heart Pulse get Elder?
I didn't notice that.
Does Heart Pulse have Elder?
Heart Pulse, ¿dónde
Heart Pulse has Elder.
Oh,
you have fear.
No.
You have fear in this moment.
Oh, goodness.
There is fear. Real fear. Other team needed to not commit to Dragon, or they needed to full commit. Because when Cassiopeia ulted the Amumu, that dragon had not that much health left. Listen, sometimes you need a good... Thaddeus, sometimes you need a good clown fiesta.
Rachel, babes,
what?
I don't think a Cassiopeia can ult her own teammate. She ulted the Rammus, not the Amumu.
That's what I meant. Leave me alone. Let me live my life.
No, make me. I'm here to pick on you. You invited me for this.
That's true. I did invite you. All right. Prim and Dispenser just sitting over the wall, just trying to get vision. You knew that this is exactly where blue side was going, was straight to Baron, because they have 3 elders.
Oh, Cassiopeia
Power from the backside, unfortunately.
Oh, that is a missed Rammus ult.
There's a lot of damage going down from both of these teams.
I feel like if Redo tried to focus the other lower people, that might have...
Beautiful
nice.
long-range binding,
God.
And...
That's brutal.
You know, only God of Chaos and Primrose are left alive. So they're going to go push the lane because they can't take Baron by themselves. Haru's positioning there. Oh, shit. Haru's positioning there was really, really well done. And to be honest, like this team, they're dead for 30 plus seconds across, or 30 seconds, give or take. I don't know if Masterman can stop Prim and Vayne from just absolutely decimating their base.
They're not gonna get greedy for it.
Good job.
I was hoping they would.
Don't overstay, lads. Moral of the story, don't overstay.
Nah, overstay, fuck around, find out. That's the best way. Don't listen to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Don't trust Big Strimmer. I know.
Shit.
It's hard. It's a difficult contest. Like it's a difficult choice.
Just to not trust me.
Everything. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't trust you.
Oh, well, that's
logic.
Oh, okay. Sad day, boys.
Daughter abandons mother.
You know, sometimes you gotta.
Isn't that what you did?
Sometimes you gotta.
Gotta work.
Gotta work. I am horrified at the Jock Show Vayne, I'm not gonna lie.
3 of them? I didn't expect Cassiopeia to build it.
Oh no, it's viable. But
really?
like, that's the thing is they're building and then they're counter building. And now between the vision and the full builds and everything else, like, everybody... Okay, no. Everybody... Oh no. Nice. And then we just opened up with the Jhin ult again. Rammus is...
Why did the Jhin ult cancel there?
I don't know. It might have been unintentional. Heart Pulse is gone.
Oh, that's a Rammus ult onto the... That's a KF.
Dispenser is gone. Masterman is so dead. I think this just might be game. This might just be game. God of Chaos gets a little ham on positioning, but it doesn't matter because there's already supers pushing into their base. and they're just gonna walk them in.
That was just painful.
They're just gonna walk them in. That's just game because nobody on red team can come up for, what's that, hot 40 seconds? 30 seconds for hard pulse.
Oh, Christ.
Prim's
That
team
is
fortunes.
No, listen,
See,
listen,
no,
it's
that's
better that
secured,
way. It's better that way.
Secured a kill.
That was a bloodbath.
That was beautiful. I loved every moment. I am proud of both teams because both teams had play and counterplay, and that's exactly what you want. I would, like, arguably, like, here's the real question. Here's the real question.
Oh no, real question. Spot, gotta go.
Oh, okay, my bad. Just hang up. For both teams, who's your VIP?
For both teams.
Yep. Most important player.
Well, that's kind of a hard choice because they all did well. But for Pumpkin Chunkins, I think a part of me wants to say either Haru or Primrose. Primrose's cues were beautiful for the most part. And Haru, that one play from behind was gorgeous.
Haru's positioning is almost always going to make him one of my MVPs just because only, like, at low elo, people do not position the way Haru positions. People do not look for TP plays, like, even early the way he does. And genuinely, truly, having an enemy behind you, even when you think you're winning the fight, having them suddenly behind you where you don't expect them can turn the tide of everything. That being said, like, Haru, definitely MVP, but Redo played out their damn mind. Amaretto, where the fuck have you been hiding that? Where the fuck have you been hiding this carry? Because holy shit, you let your support roam the way your support likes to roam. You kept yourself safe in the lane. All of the things that I have been sitting in comms and listening to you guys, you have been taking all of that in and running with it. Amaretto, you played really, really fucking well.
Agreed.
And then, obviously, let's be honest, like, obviously, everybody expects Hard Pulse to carry. Everybody expects Hard Pulse to carry, and Hard Pulse played his damn heart out. Look at the fucking damage out of the Aphelios. Look at the damage out of this Aphelios. That's unreal.
Unreal.
And keep in mind, too.
Delusions.
No, sorry. Yeah, that's fair. Keep in mind, too, that that this team, the Cosmic Eclipse, is playing with a sub in, and Confuzzy is not a support player. Like, Confuzzy is not a support player, and he did really well. But ultimately, like, that's not his primary role. So we're not seeing them at full capacity without their support there. But their support, unfortunately, had to work this evening. Oh,
gotta
no.
Work.
Haru
gotta make that
Pulse
money.
was always going to be scary. But your comp, I saw you build the comp around it. And you guys did really, really well. And I think there's something to be said for the fact that these two teams, this is game 2 in the Galaxy games. Like, this matchup is game 2 in the Galaxy games. And if they play like this in the games, it's a 40-minute game. Like, that was a banger, and it was a scrim.
It's a banger without Thaddeus in it.
That was a scrim, dude. Like, holy shit.
Holy shit.
Let me see, teams. You're sitting forwards perma. I was calling out, Confuzzy, I was calling out some of the vision control that you were unfortunately lacking. Like, and it's, again, not to be an ass, like, you got better. But Primson at 123 vision score.
Pointless. It does
hey,
not
1, 2, 3.
And you're at 92. Like, you're trying. You're trying.
We love you, Confuzzy. Oh, hi, Narkiel.
Anarchial, you're fine, honey. All right, lads.
Ultimately,
that was great.
That was a solid game.
Wards, no, see, Prim, I'm with you. Actually, some of your wards, Prim, some of your wards are not wards I usually do, and I really liked them. I might have to pick them up. I might have to pick them up. It's allowed as long as I don't have another team. If I don't have another team ready, I wouldn't mind if they want to run it back, because that would be one team each, technically.
Oh, true. True.
And then we could delete all of them out. No, your warding is fire, Prim.
I want to say Aphelios for Masterman's team.
Masterman, if we're not just blanket giving it to Heart Pulse, like, honestly, Minecraft. Like,
Yeah.
And like, Minecraft's my MVP.
He's
like, off of your
that
team.
Bitch.
Like,
crafting up that bitch.
I thought it was pretty great. I am down to give these teams a chance to run it back, because again, I told Galaxy Games teams that I would prioritize them on the shoutcasting. Technically, there are 10 members, 10 people here, 5 members on each team. If I give them a run back, that means that each team. I don't know why I'm over explaining it. I'm letting them go again.
Yeah, listen. You gotta be like me, and you just gotta be like, this is what it is, bitches.
I can't do that.
Let me do it, lads.
I can't do that.
Lads, we're making this so. This is it. Here we go. Jimin, you got no jams?
Oh my god.
Essentially, because we are prioritizing the five people on the Galaxy Games team, we're going to consider this that one team. That's their priority.
So the one thing,
and now this is the next one.
The one thing that I will be swapping out is a caster, though.
Yeah, I'm being abandoned. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're being booted.
Yeah. Not if I boot you first, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I did okay for casting.
You did good. You did good, and I could tell like after the first couple minutes when you realized I wasn't gonna be like, why are you saying that? We chilled. We
always chill.
Anarchial, Raccoon and Steve have been here since before you got here. If they want to go first, and Raccoon just said let me in, I'm going to give Raccoon the option first if they want to cast next.
Alrighty, I bid you all adieu.
Adieu, darling, adieu.
Ew. At least you didn't talk in the Valley Girl voice.
Oh my god.
No.
It looks...
Shut up. Never speak again.
I told her I was gonna shoutcast in like the most brutal like Valley Girl voice. It's just like, oh my god, it looks like they're setting up to take Elder Dragon, guys. I don't know that they have vision for that.
Stop. Please leave.
I told her I was gonna shoutcast the whole game like that, and she's like, I will fucking scream at you. I will lose my shit with you on stream.
No, I told her that I'd do.
Oh my god, they're like invading level 1.
Rachel. You're not invited to my birthday party.
That's fine. I'll crash it.
Oh. You know what else you can crash?
Into your walls that are my walls? I don't think anybody on stream has ever heard me do that voice before. I've kept it to myself all this time.
No, you haven't kept it to yourself.
Mostly to myself.
I've been traumatized continuously, guys. Continuously, this is my life.
You opted in.
Don't be Rachel's friend.
You opted in.
No, I'm stuck here. I can't leave.
Okay, opt out then.
Oh.
I'll find you.
You better.
You're gonna cast in Spanish? That'd be great.
Anyway, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Raccoon, you are 100%. Oh, I forgot I had these on. These can go now. These are done. Raccoon, you have prio. You should be able to just jump into here as long as you're comfy with it. Never do the voice again. I 100% will do the voice again. I have no fear. None. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm excited.
Have you ever casted before?
No, this is the first time.
That's okay. You're not even the only caster that's never casted before.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, it's really just, League? Do League.
Yep.
Just talk League things.
Cool.
Just talk League things. We got this.
I got to force all these people to hear me info dump.
Yeah. This is one of my special interests. Let me tell you about it. Deal with it. All right. I missed the queue. The spectator link is in there. Let me invite you in because they probably don't have you.
Oh, yes, please.
I just realized, I was like, they don't have you. And you're gonna miss the, you're probably missing the draft link, so let me grab it for you. Because I'm an idiot. I'm just gonna post it into the chat that we're sitting in, the Solar Shoutcasters chat, so that you can get the drafts. The team names, they have swapped sides, which is good to know. So they're each playing one they're each playing one on each side.
Oh.
Team names are great. Love it. Love it.
Jin is cracked. He XD.
And then jump down into the spectator role. Just so that way they can get themselves lined up. There we go. There you go.
That was my bad.
No, you're fine. Again, this is the first time you've done this. Hi, Nico! Also, anybody whose messages and everything that I miss, I apologize. It is never my intention to ignore chat.
Ooh,
Shoutcasting just requires me to do the thing. Nico, we're practicing for the Galaxy Games next week. You should call me Zaddy. I need to lock in, otherwise my ADHD goes and runs rampant. All right. We'll wait for them to lock in. In the meantime, did you get to watch all of the last game?
Most of it. I was also trying to finish up my little PNG.
That's okay.
But
you've got time.
I got most of it.
So, from the last game, here's my question. Do you still let Amaretto have Jin?
Oh, fuck no.
Because to my understanding, one of the things is that Minecraft really doesn't like to play into Caitlyn, and Caitlyn is one of Amaretto's most solid ADCs. And I argue that mayhap you need to have more fear. Thank you, Steve.
The problem is that Jin and Caitlyn kind of have like a similar vibe in terms of being sniper champions.
Yeah.
So I feel like either way, if you have a problem with one, you're probably gonna have a problem with the other.
Well, and then the follow-up is that if you ban both, you leave a lot of other options open, and I'm gonna be real. Amaretto played out of their mind. They played amazing. They are not the scariest member of their team.
No.
Like, they are not the scariest member of their team, and there's a reason you saw the Orianna and the Azir ban, is because Haru is terrifying on those champions.
Yeah, you can always get champions that can counter Jin and Caitlyn.
Yes. But then the follow-up is when you have, like, a mixed elo tournament like this, you end up in a position where it's the question of, does the person that's against them have the champions to counter it in their champion pool?
Yeah.
Hi, Lomo. I'm sorry that your mouth hurts, honey. I suppose they'll let us know when they're ready. Because I'm just waiting for this pick band to start. I think so on Prim's team. On Prim's team, Prim and here, I can actually pull up since we're waiting for them. I can pull up Cosmic Eclipse and Pumpkin Chunkins. So on the Pumpkin Chunkins, the highest elo players, I believe technically the highest elo players are Haru and Primrose. And on Cosmic Eclipse, it's Milk Tea and Heart Pulse. They are starting pick bans. We love it. I'm gonna blow that up. We have immediately banned Heart Pulse off of Aatrox. We've immediately banned Heart Pulse off of Aatrox.
Ooh, and the Vayne.
And in response, they're like, I don't think you get to play Vayne again. I don't think you get to play Vayne again.
going back to the whole like trying to figure out how to deal with Caitlyn Jhin, usually that is a unique position of just like what's in a person's temple, because usually how you deal with it would be like you have like an assassin either in the jungle, which I know Masterman doesn't really play those kinds of
No, not at
uh
all.
junglers at all, or you have an assassin in the mid lane, and usually it would be them roaming, trying to take advantage of the fact that Jhin and Caitlyn are very immobile.
Yeah. Well, and I don't actually, so I will admit to this, a lot of my champion research on my players is more going to be done over the course of this weekend and my off days next week. I don't know Milk's champion pool super well. I don't know what he's super comfortable playing. I'm hoping that the other teams know better than I do. I see that there are 3 bans targeted towards Harpulse, and then they put Haru immediately on the Syndra. Haru thrives on control mages. But I do agree. Let me tell you right now, strong agree on banning Haru's Nico. Haru's Nico, also scary as fuck. Okay, Aurora. Everyone's a Vayne hater. I mean, Vayne just helped win the game.
Yeah.
Vayne just helped win the game. Okay, we got Volibear. That's probably Masterman on Volibear. Still gives him some mobility, much like with the Rammus, but some survivability just built into Volibear's kit. Gives him a little bit more option to turret dive overall. Hopefully it'll just keep him a little bit healthier and a little bit more in the game.
Yeah.
I dig the Vex.
Vex is really good for the team.
I dig the Vex. I haven't seen Milk play Vex. Again, I haven't gotten to see Milk play nearly as much as I would like to. And I do not know this Vex Syndra matchup at all. I don't know this matchup at all. Anybody in chat, hit me with this matchup.
It mostly comes down to whether or not Syndra can get a combo. If she can't and Vex can ult her, Vex can literally like 100 O her. But if Syndra can stun her and then ult her, she's dead. So it's kind of pretty even.
Is this a skill matchup? I'm curious. I have questions. Did we just miss a pick? I think they might be talking. We missed a pick. I think they said it was a Mumu. I think something happened to it.
Yeah, that is true. If Vex falls off, she's behind.
Prim DC'd.
She really needs.
Prim DC'd. They're gonna remake. They're gonna remake with the same picks and bans. Somebody DC'd from it. So I'll wait for a new link. It happens. That's okay.
Yeah. Thaddeus knows more about this matchup.
I'll wait for them to send the link. Does she, Thaddeus? So did Milk just counterpick themselves then? Prim's internet is out?
Oh, goodness.
We can wait a minute. We can wait a minute and see if their internet comes back online. I'll grab this. I'm gonna grab this and look up. I want to look up the Vex Syndra. All right, according to LOL Analytics. According to LOL Analytics, Vex has a 50.99% win rate into Syndra.
Oh.
Like, that's pretty much they go even. Is it considered a skill matchup?
It can also be the fact that it could also be the fact that Vex has a lot of an easier time roaming because of how her ult lets her just kind of dive in.
I'm gonna look up the counter stats. I'm looking at other ones, and they're discussing the way that Vex is intended to counter mobility and melee, which were points that were made in the chat already. A lot of people are saying that while their win rates look relatively even, that on a 1v1 Syndra wins every time.
Yeah, so it's a good chance that it's possible that Vex is roaming in these matchups a lot more, but in terms of like actually winning mid lane, she's not gonna win.
Emerald Plus
It's
is that 50% win rate. All ranks, it's a 49%. Let me kick it up to Diamond Plus. It's got Vex going up on Diamond Plus. And once you get to Grandmaster, she's at a 60% versus Syndra. I'm wondering if that has to do with team comps and things like that as well. I think it's her mobility, because the problem is that when Vex hits you and fears you, Syndra's going to struggle to get her stun push down. Hi, sweetheart. Welcome to our Edge of the Universe. Thank you for the follow. All right. Are these the new ones?
Oh shoot,
That's
I
fine.
am not on one of those links.
The spectator one. Great team names. Great team names, guys. Thaddeus, that's really silly, honestly. The statistics mean nothing. All right, let's try again.
Another link? Oh no.
Yeah.
I know.
You need the
I think it's
spectator
the
link.
same one. No, okay, I got it.
You got it? Okay. I was like, I can send it to you if you need me to.
Wait, I might not have the right one because I'm looking at the draft. Oh no, I have clicked on the spectator one. It's good. Good.
Neutral is skewed so you can see Emerald Plus by default. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Confuzzy. All right, so they're gonna once their team locks in, we're gonna go to the pick ban exactly the same right up until we get to here, and then they said this pick is a Mumu. So we'll go from there. And we're gonna pray God that their internet holds, because if it doesn't hold, we may have to move on, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to move on. Something that I've seen said twice in DMs, because I'm just scrolling through my DMs real quick. Raccoon, just because you haven't done this before, I'm used to just keeping talking. Feel free to interrupt if you see something, if you want to say something specific. Like, coming from an Italian family, like, I don't overthink it. I don't get offended if you interrupt me. Like, if anybody's ever watched Moosey in particular shoutcast with me, Moosey will just talk over me because he sees a thing going on, and I don't care.
All right. Yeah, I know that there's not like a whole lot going on because we're trying to figure out how to get this working again.
Yeah. And that's okay. Like, again, you figure it out as you go. I genuinely, I think the Syndra, like, overall, just knowing what we know right now about the comps, so we've got Vex, Volibear, and Syndra Amumu is what they said. So we have both junglers and both mid laners locked in. Hi, Valid. New draft, I've got it. It's right here. Oh, a new one? Another new one?
Yeah, there's a new link. I am kind of curious. Now I am really curious about what that mid lane's gonna look like.
All right, lads. With team names, Rotoshoot is cracked. Riven hurts like a motherfucker. Prim and Milk's internet both suck. And this is taking too long. Please help my sanity.
Oh, it's working. They're going.
We're going. On it. All right. Lock back in. Okay, so like I said, we've got mid and jungle covered already because I really doubt that that's a Volibear top. If they're both tilted, then they're on even ground. If they're both teams are tilted, they're on even ground. It's fine. Ooh? Ooh? Spicy? Spicy? I think that's Lux for Primrose. I think that's a Lux for Primrose, and that is going to be nasty. That's a lot of damage and a lot of long range poke. But picking that blind
kill lane at 6.
Picking that blind means that they have an opportunity. They have a very unique opportunity here. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to be brutally honest. A lot of people will tell me that they like Leona into champions. They like Leona into champions like Lux. I don't like Leona into champions like Lux because it forces you early game to have to sit back or be super aggressive. And while there are 5, which makes it much easier for them to be on comms and designate when they're going in, what they're doing when they have a catch, the poke is going to be brutal, Steve.
Yeah. The thing is that, like, Leona's more good against Enchantresses, but the fact that Lux has so much damage and CC, I feel like it ultimately comes down to whether or not they can communicate.
It's exactly also the double bind. It's the double bind into the CC, because if it was into something that has bind, but it's easy to step around and it's only one hit, we nix the Morgana. If Morgana didn't have her black shield, Leona would be fine into her. That's the shield is the reason why Morgana's so strong into Leona early. But I think what's really going to need to happen is right now, just from the team comps that we're looking at, red side wants to get to late game. Red side wants to get to late game right now. But
the problem is that Draven's such an early game champion. He falls off so
hard. And he's
hard
going to fall off, and now I'm trying to decide what their team comp is doing. You're calling it, Thaddeus? Yeah, so it has fat value here. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Good call on the Ashe, Steve.
The Ashe Lux is classic.
No, it's a classic. That lane is timeless. Yeah. I don't think Leona and Draven get to play this game early unless they are really, really aggressive.
Ooh, Sion.
I fucking
I have my thoughts about Sion.
Listen to me. No, you let me voice my thoughts about Sion. Fuck that champion. Fuck that champion. Do you know how many Sions I played into? They're 0-10 and still pushing down my goddamn Nexus because they don't care. Ooh, that's God. A Darius. This is spicy.
Okay, well, that might be the counter.
This is spicy. All right, I wanna do this so that I can see the teams. Oops, not that. That's not what I wanted. So I'm gonna make this a little bigger so I can. All right. Sion is hot? Absolutely not. Harple's team is it's Masterman's team. Masterman's captain. So then Sion is going to have to play incredibly safely, and that's not really a Sion thing.
Yeah, usually what happens is that Sion's gonna get tanky, he's gonna try to run it down on either of the side lanes. I feel like Darius is a pretty good match for your, like, just dealing with that amount of HP because of the bleed.
Mm-hmm. Darius is good into Sion. It was a good counter pick. I'm just interested because of looking at the team. Like, at this point, then, is it Draven supposed to carry early so that his brother can carry late? Like, is that what the logic is on this team comp? Or maybe there is no logic. Maybe I'm overestimating them. But I think that's the goal.
maybe I just think maybe the Draven's just a choice.
Well, and also again, the follow-up that I said before is you have high elo, people on these teams that have champ ocean that you cannot ban them out, and you have lower elo people that have a much more narrow champion pool. And absolutely no disrespect to any of my players, I know that Minecraft is one of my lower elo players on that team and has a smaller champion pool to work with. So they may have put them on the best possible option, and this was the best possible option for what they had. Hi, Jamal. Welcome to Edge of the Universe. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, okay, I can't say anything. I literally just play Soraka and nothing else in ranked.
But that also means that you get to see a lot of matchups. You get to see a lot of things go wrong. Soraka does a lot of sitting back and watching team fights and maneuvering around them. So you actually get a unique perspective, not being in the middle of fights, watching how other people move and other people position, and trying to position and counter position around them. I think
because it's.
Go ahead.
Because, sorry, it is a bit weird because of how Soraka is purely just healing and nothing else by like the team fighting stage. Early game, she has a lot of damage. She can poke at people. A lot of people don't like pay attention to that, and they get pushed out of lane really easily by a Soraka. But by like when you start team fighting, it really just depends on how the team fighting's going. Because I've had a lot of times where I've managed to kind of weave between all the stuff going on because people just aren't paying attention.
You're not dealing them damage. They're ignoring you.
Yeah.
But I mean, first rule of thumb from a former World of Warcraft player, kill the healer. Just kill the healer.
Always.
Is there a healer in the group? Kill it. But I genuinely, I agree with you. There are a lot of lane matchups in bot lane in particular, because obviously you and I both play bot lane, that you watch and you go, people go, Soraka's a healer. She doesn't do much. I mean, you look at it and you go, okay, Leona's a tank. Like, what's she going to do? But a strong Leona, level 2, you are always watching for that Zenith Blade into that stun. If Draven and Leona can get ahead early, and they can try and keep Prim and Amaretto pushed back under turret, it'll go a long way towards getting Draven those stacks and ultimately trying to get him the kills and the gold to get him ahead.
Oh yeah, of course. I've dealt with Leonas who like see me play Soraka and then like try to counterpick with Leo, and then they don't know what they're doing. But I've also had Leonas who have played their champion so often that like I can't do anything against them. So it really just depends on like skill level at that point.
Is my game broken? Riot, please let me in.
I'm loading in now.
Riot, let me in.
I hope it works.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
I am excited. I haven't gotten to see Haru Syndra. Haru is top tier with control mages. And you can't ban Haru out. So the real question was, all right, we went for the Syndra first. I'm interested at why the Syndra was the first pick and what he's going to do with it. I think by the time they get to late game, really what you're looking for right now, Minecraft is going to have to be so careful when they hit level 6, when Ashe and Lux hit level 6, because the 1-2 punch from the Ashe arrow, the Lux laser, and Ashe just running you down hits like a fucking truck.
Yeah, they can just chain CC that bot lane.
It hits like a fucking truck, dude. Make sure you adjust your layout if you need to. Mine is good. And we're off. Southern game, the first game was a 42-minute banger. It was great. All right, we got a Spencer in the mid lane. Just checking out Vex, seeing what there is to see. Classic 5-point, nothing cheeky. Disappointing, but not surprising.
Alas, no invades.
Alas, nothing early to shoutcast. Masterman steps out. It's the ward. Haru gets the gold off of it. And they know it's there. I don't have food right now. I will have food later. I promise you, I ate lunch late. I'm okay. And what it's looking like is Masterman is going to start solo on his top red side. And they're trying to get Leona and Draven. No, they're still going to sit and watch for the late invade. Meanwhile, Prim is edging up in the river brush and Amaretto's following behind. If they land an early binding on these two, that's going to put them even further behind, and they do not want that. They do not want that at all. I'm going to go down there. I want to watch this because I'm looking for this. Oh, nope. Once again, surprising to me.
Darius is also pushed up really far in the top lane. I'm kind of curious if he's going to go for the level 1.
No.
I know he's definitely zoning, though.
Oh, that's a huge zoning. Like, and Chaos just has to respect it. I'm going to let the directed camera do its job. If I could be any vegetable of my choosing.
Oh, I know who this is. You
any vegetable?
That's a funny Belgian waffle, man.
Man. Now you've got me off thinking about vegetables when I'm supposed to be shotcasting League of Legends. Like, fuck. I don't know, man.
Hi, Mickey.
I'm gonna have to think about this. This is like a quandary. In the meantime, jungler's just pathing through. Just vibes. Just vibes.
Just jungle things.
Just jungle things. Not really anything huge going on. Like I said, early.
Bot lane does have like a nice spot. Like Ashe and Lux have like a nice spot right by their tower where they can't really do anything on the red side.
But neither can the Leona do anything. Early poke damage onto the Syndra, which I kind of expect. And as we all anticipated, Sion is just gonna vibe here. Next to his turret. He doesn't even get to do that. Because Darius got the big ass fucking axe.
Oh my goodness gracious, Sion only has 2 CS so far because of that zoning.
Yeah, no,
Holy crap.
the zoning from Darius is unreal, and Darius is now going to use that as an opportunity to go bully, or at least get vision on his enemy jungler as well, and they don't want this. They do not want this fight at all. Heartpulse is going to take an early
Wait, is he
kill
gonna 2v1?
here. He is absolutely going to 2v1, and God of Chaos is going to die from the bleed.
Holy crap.
Heartpulse showing why just because it's 2v1 early. Oh, Masterman's going to counter gank in the bot lane. Flash burned off of Amaretto. The stun comes out from Leona, which is just brutal. Amaretto's going to die here.
Oh no.
The follow-up from them to walk down was good. I was surprised at the pathing from the Volibear, but ultimately it worked out. Syndra and Milk are just trading damage in the mid lane. Milk's really low on mana though. He's gonna have to be really careful.
They're both about to hit him, but Syndra is probably gonna be okay for a little bit.
Prim doing her absolute best to just make sure she stays and soaks up as much XP as she can, and just duck and weave. She knows they're backing in that brush.
If I was on the red side, if I was at Leona, since she's the only one there, I would absolutely try to jump on her, but
if you miss, the kiting ability of the Lux will get you killed.
It kind of just depends. She is very, like, low on mana.
True, that is true. She's got almost no mana. She had maybe one ability in her. Look at the CS differential in mid lane already. Like, we're talking about the CS differential in top. We expected that. The CS differential in mid lane is actually surprising to me. Like, Milk is a very talented mid lane player as well. And I'm surprised that Syndra is able to zone as well as she is already. Like, that's kind of crazy to me, considering they're both ranged and they both have a decent ability there. This is a cheeky dragon that I don't think they know is going on.
Oh, I see why. Because Syndra is running biscuits. So she's going to have the mana advantage.
That's what's going on. Okay.
Vex the entire time.
That was a really cheeky early Drake. I think what happened was Amumu came in over the back of the pit, and Prim just stood there to make sure that she was body blocking, but she didn't actually step up and ever hit the dragon, so that they didn't know it was going on. There's the Zenith Blade, really good from Confuzzy. Not gonna turret dive, you don't really want that yet, but Amaretto's already sitting at just under half health, and without their support there, Amaretto cannot step up in this matchup at all. Please understand. Please understand. Oh, good call. Please, oh, Dispenser, you're in danger.
Uh-oh.
Haru's here, but is it enough?
There is.
Okay, it is. So one of the things I'm noticing as we get to watch the map play out overall, Heartpulse has no problem leaving his lane. Heartpulse has no problem leaving his lane if he sees potential to take something somewhere else. And that makes it makes it really difficult because he has a huge map presence, not only in his own lane, where he is bullying his opponent, but also potentially in the jungle and even in mid.
Yeah, and he can get away with it because of just like that play right at the start of the game. He
understands his win condition. Like, at all times, Heartpulse understands his win condition and what he can do to make it better. Good stun coming out. Just laying down the damage, zoning them out, making sure they maintain. Like, Haru's making sure he maintains his CS lead. Void Grub's down for Cosmic Eclipse, which is honestly good for them. They're going to need it. Especially, like, honestly, you should trade that because Pumpkin Chunkins... Fuzzy.
Right now, I am kind of scared for the Syndra. Oh. I am kind of scared for the Syndra because she, right now, is, like, the best looking lane, but the red team has, like, so many people who can just, like, walk up on her after she uses her ult one time and just kill her.
I'm going to apologize. I'm going to apologize for what's about to happen because I left Warhead on intentionally tonight. I will shotcast with Warhead, I don't care. That's the laser! There it is!
And he's gone.
Nobody likes playing into Ashe and Lux. Because...
I take back what I said. Bot lane, blue side bot lane definitely has a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I was just worried if Syndra was the only one with the lead going into mid and late game, you have a Darius and a Volibear who will just absolutely
Can I point something out? Darius still has flash.
Oh my...
Darius still has flash. Oh, not Darius, Draven. I'm an idiot. I focused on this fucking Warhead. Draven could have lived there.
If he flashed it, yeah.
This is pain. CS gap staying pretty steady in the top lane. Honestly, while Amumu is making plays in lanes, Volibear mocked up once, did some stuff, but good roam by Confuzzy. Haru is 100% going to die here. He tries to take out Milk with him, but unfortunately that is a Leona telling you no, stay.
The thing is, when it comes to jungling, is that really what you should be...
Oh. Pain! Agony even! That's a 2-0 Lux, boys!
Making sure you get the objectives like Void Grubs and Dragon are very important. Lane ganking is not as important as some people believe. Ultimately, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have your camps cleared as much as possible because
you do not want
choosing to gank a lane.
So that was a really unfortunate series of events in the top lane. I wish that I could like ask my non-existent team to go back so we can watch that again, because the Amumu hit his bandage toss onto the minion that Sion punted and completely altered his trajectory.
Oh my goodness.
That was a teammate fucking over another teammate. And I wasn't necessarily aware that you could do that with those two abilities, but now I am. And that's super fun. Or something.
Yeah. So, okay. Anyway.
Okay, Haru's in mid. Trying to serpentine, trying to get out of it. Gonna push them back.
Oh my god, there's so many plays going on at the same time. Oh my god, she's out.
4-man, there's
just free.
He's got the fancy feet. And his team doesn't have a Lux laser to fuck him up yet. I am surprised though that Minecraft Pokemon didn't try for the ult to take Haru out. Like while that was going on under turret.
Yeah, I feel like they could have dived that because she used everything to.
They could have. Dispenser can't quite reach that with the bandage toss. He's gonna have to step around, and honestly, I think he should just give this. But they're gonna try and make something somewhere of it.
He's gonna go in and all, yeah.
And bear ults away, and
red team, a free dragon.
Cosmic Eclipse takes dragon, and I think everybody walks away.
Yep. So, as I was trying to say, ultimately what you want to do is that you want to make sure that your camps are cleared because that's always going to be guaranteed gold over the risk of not being able to get a kill in lane.
Correct.
There's a moment where you can get all your camps down about like a minute or two where
oh god, Heartpulse is hunting.
Going on.
Heartpulse is hunting. Okay, Cyan's okay. The other thing I would like to point out, a lot of the reason why junglers look to trade is because right now you're going to end up in the unfortunate position that while they were taking Drake, and it would have been Pumpkin Chunkin's second Drake, for them to give up one Drake to cross the rift and get that second set of grubs would have actually been in their best interest because Cosmic Eclipse already has the first set.
Yeah, because oh yeah, that is a really good point because
they should have traded the objective and now they're going to have to team fight again if they even can, or they lose 6 grubs. And to be brutally honest, I would not want that Darius to have 6 of those fucking grubs. That's gonna suck.
Yeah, he's gonna shove down a side lane, much like Cyan would wanna. And
Cyan would be able to do anything. Cyan would love to have at least 3 of those, and he's not gonna get any.
And it looks like Red's gonna get it. They're half.
Oh no, they've got him. Yep, they've got him, and good timing. Yeah, Heartpulse is doing everything that he can to just keep this Cyan from becoming the split pushing asshole that he can become. Haru from around the corner, just casually half healthing milk.
Yeah, these are really good.
Okay, Valdez.
Really good objective calls on the red side.
And just casually killing him under turret. There he goes. He's going to take some plates. He's just going to live his best life because he trusts that his team has got his back.
He's so ahead, he first bought a Trinity Force.
Yeah. He's going to hurt when he starts going other places.
Kind of gone a bit slow on the bot side. I am kind of curious about how the Draven's going to deal with his stacks because he's sitting on 137 right this moment. If he dies and he can't cash that out, he's going to be so behind.
Devastated, actually. Which is probably what Prim and Amaretto's goal are. Volibear's straight sprinting at them in the bot lane. And missed binding off of Prim, but that's fine. Vex was angling for it too. But with the inability, I'm not sure if it was just a missed call out. Leona wasn't in position to really set that engage up for them. And I think of that setup, they really want Leona to go in first. If Cyan never leaves top, Heart does have to make a choice. And the question at that point is...
Darius is doing some sneaky stuff again.
Yep, and oh, Haru. Oh! The arrow just straight to Heart's face! But they're still going in. And Prim is going to die for this. Prim is going to die so that ideally Haru lives. Not necessarily... Not a needed ult off of the Amumu, but more of out of a zoning ideal.
Vex also ulted, and I believe Darius ulted there, but Vex missed hers.
Mm-hmm.
Volibear ulted. I don't know. Syndra.
Just got Pokemon just quietly farming in the bot lane. Confuzzy, being spicy. That's a flash burn off of Amaretto right now. I don't know that this is the way to go. Decent arrow straight to the face, but unfortunately, Amaretto is not going to be able to deal with the damage off of both of them. Haru doesn't care. Haru says, how dare you kill my teammate? I'll kill you back.
Well, now that Draven's gonna come back, real scary because he had Collector and he just managed to cash in all his stacks before dying.
Yes, he did. Meanwhile, here's the big issue too when you get so far ahead. God of Chaos cannot leave this turret, and Heartpulse is making it a point to push him into turret and then come fuck around and find out. Right. Nice steal for Rift Herald. Amazing steal for Rift Herald.
Oh, and there goes Spencer's down. There's a shutdown. And Vex is probably going to clean it up, though.
Vex is probably going to clean it up, but honestly, that steals like that can affect the mental for a team. Like, truly, honestly, like, it feels so bad to end up in a position where you're like, oh, we've got this, no problem. We can use Rift Herald. We're already planning what we're going to do with it. Well, God of Chaos is making this very difficult for Milk, and I think Milk is going to die for it because he spent so long trying to kill the Scion instead of leaving. And that's some gold in Redo's pocket.
Yeah, and the flip side is that watching your teammates steal something that seems impossible is always such a motivating factor.
It's a boost. You go, damn, I thought we were behind, but it actually feels like we're even now. We could even win.
And to be fair, like they aren't like too far behind each other yet. The gold's really close. They only have like a few kills off of one another. I'm going to say this about difference is the Void Grubs.
Yes. But they're going to have to be aware of it, because even just leaving Draven in bot lane alone the way they did, Draven's going to deal so much more damage to those turrets because of those 6 Void Grubs.
Yeah, they really have a chance just to snowball off of those Void Grubs by so much.
That's the thing.
Top lane's going to take advantage of it. Draven can take advantage of it.
So right now, they're just leaving top lane to do top lane things, you know, like you do. I am inclined to agree with you, Thaddeus, but I don't know the champion super well. Ashe ult comes in. Lux and Ashe are down at the bottom. Dispenser is still alive. Both junglers are dead. Can Fuzzy sin on a ward?
No, I think I agree with Thaddeus. Rod of Ages and Zeal are kind of conflicting.
Satoru says that that's the standard volley build. But Thaddeus earlier said something along the lines, oh, Prim's gonna die here. Prim's gonna die here, and Amaretto needs to leave and accept that Prim will die here. Volibear is currently doing the meta build for top lane. Thank you, Anarchial. Amaretto needs to leave that turret and run for the hills. Amaretto cannot be there.
So I'm guessing that he's probably what's that Zeal for then? Because it's not Triforce anymore. What is it?
What is the Zeal for? Zeal is for Navori Quickblade? Oh, okay. All right, well, we go back to Dragon, and this time Cosmic Eclipse is just going to take it. The Pumpkin Chunkins aren't just really in the area anymore, which is fine. It's only second Drake for them, so they don't have to worry about it too much.
Yeah.
It's a Flicker Blade now. I was like, it's not the Navori Quickblades anymore. What is it?
The thing is that they do have 2 bruisers, but they don't. I guess Leona is the strict tank. So well, I guess they can kind of get away without, because like they don't really need like 2 major tanks. They could probably get away with just like a tanky bruiser being either Darius or Volibear and have
Fuzzy's out among 3 of them, but they don't care. They are just taking this turret. And now Confuzzy needs to burn his flesh just to get out of the way. So that was one of those. That was one of those instances that I like to call a Zenith Blade that you wish wasn't. Sometimes when you play Leona, you go, all right, I want to engage. And then after you land the engage, you go, fuck, I don't want this. But it's too late. You're already going in. You don't have a choice.
Yeah, ultimately, it kind of comes down to, okay, am I going to die here or not? Because
Haru just said, no, sir. No, sir, do not be alone.
and Draven's focusing Sion.
They need to focus down Heart
And they're
Pulse,
go-
or Heart
Oh,
Pulse
there
is going to
goes-
take them for all they are worth in this fight.
Yeah,
He's just going
and
to
he
walk
just
through them
got
one at a
Syndra.
time.
He's
It does not
going.
matter how big he is right now. They have to kill Heart Pulse. They need, I don't know, they need anti-heal. They need everything. Oh! That's a good infusion of gold. Confuzzy needs to leave. Confuzzy needs to leave. Oh. Confuzzy is not left. Confuzzy is not dead. Oh, Confuzzy's dead. But Masterman takes the kill off Veretto. Oh, it's a damn shame that ooh. That Lux laser wasn't up again.
That could have gone so much worse for the blue side.
That could have gone
Like, they were
so
just-
much worse for the Pumpkin Chunkins. Right there.
They were ignoring Darius the entire time, and it was crazy.
And then I think they learned their lesson. But almost too late. Even after that kill, too, Darius still has shut down gold. I'm going to say this truthfully. Of all of the teams and all of the players that I have been watching and seeing their improvement, even over the course of just the last couple of weeks, as they have been scrimming, they've been practicing. I've seen them on comms. I've seen them typing in the respective team DMs. Amaretto has taken away so much game knowledge and so much improved gameplay. I am so fucking impressed by them. And that's not to discount anybody else, but like, genuinely, it's really, really cool to see somebody improve that much in such a short span of time.
Oh my god, going from like the last game to this one, it just seems like there's so much more participation, even like between teams. It's so nice.
No, it's the teams have gotten a lot better. I've also gotten better at setting my expectations. Milk just walked into two of them. Milk is gone.
Yeah,
And you know, I really think Haru could have used that gold,
Oh.
but kill secured. Thank you, Primrose.
Yeah, there is. The wards. The wards
The
could
ward
be better.
is critical. That is really unfortunate that they did not sweep that.
Oh.
That is going to be a brutal turn of events when Leona just gets to set up their ult like that, and you're just standing still. You're sad. You're all sad. Everything is sad. Oh, Jesus. Oh no. They were so ready. They were so ready to do something cheeky, and instead they were turned upon. Because that's what happens when you sit on a ward. You cannot camp a ward like an egg. You will die. They're just gonna have to give this Baron up.
Yeah.
Milk is doing his best to stop
Dragon-
Sion doing Sion things.
Oh,
you know.
goodness. Actually, it's not the worst idea from the Sion. It's not like they can really do anything, and I believe Sion, and it was either Sion and Ashe can't really do anything. Sion can't really do anything.
And-
The only thing you can do there is just split.
Haru was doing his best to just clean up. Unfortunately, Pokemon got left slightly behind on the Baron back, and now he doesn't have a Baron buff anymore. See, this is how you camp.
looks like-
This is what you do when you're camping to wait to see if somebody's coming. Sit on a pink ward. If you sit on a control ward, you know that they can't see you.
And it looks like they're trying to push for Dragon then too.
Red team was already paying that they were on their way to Dragon, and Pumpkin
got
Chunkins
there
are just
first,
trying to
unfortunately.
Pumpkin Chunkins are just trying to stop some of the bleeding.
There
But
comes the
Haru's not
Vex
with
TP.
them. And Dispenser is in the middle of them and has already burned his ult and his engage and doesn't have any follow-up. So the unfortunate thing is that Pumpkin Chunkins is just so disjointed in this team fight that they can't do anything. There was a kill. Haru killed Masterman. There's definitely some counterplay going here that I didn't anticipate. Ultimately, though, Haru dies here. There's no question to me that Haru dies. Draven gets the kill. Prim's hanging out. Prim is alone.
Probably gonna try to go for the ult steal. And that's the thing when it comes to like playing against a team that's so fed at this point. You really have to
need to-
be a little bit more sneaky in what
Exactly.
you want to do, because like you can't just rush Dragon. They're going to fight you. They're going to win. You have to try to.
Prim's in danger. Prim's in danger.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, Prim's okay. I am surprised. I am surprised that they spend so long contesting that dragon when realistically they can do a lot in a short period of time with the Baron that they had on them. They just wasted a lot of time with their Baron buff. Like, you have to remember that Baron is not forever.
And given that they were already sitting on 2 dragons, that is a good point, because I feel like, if anything, if the blue team's focusing on dragon, you could easily just run it down
just
mid.
walk it down mid, take the inner
towers.
turret, force them to dance to your tune. The fact that with Baron buff, yes, they took the fight, yes, they took the dragon, but at what cost? Amaretto, you are out of position. But there's nobody really to follow up, and the stun is down. Nope, there they go.
So here comes Vex with the ult.
So again, like we said earlier, into this Cosmic Eclipse team, you can't step up. You cannot step up to them if you are alone and you do not know where they are. If you don't have vision, which unfortunately, Pumpkin Chunkin's vision has gotten really choked out now. You need to be careful, because between a displacement from Draven, a stun from Leona, another stun from Leona, a fear from Vex, and then a Volibear kicking you in the face, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Well,
it looks like Draven's trying to.
I'm gonna be honest. Sign, you're dead. Sign, you're very dead.
Yeah.
You are dead, very dead.
Sorry, buddy.
You're making him work for it, though. I will admit that. That 13 and 2 Darius looking real scary. Like real scary.
Point, what you can do is that you can try to turtle. The fact that when you start losing towers, it means that ultimately more gold is going to be pushed towards you, because that's just where the minions are going.
Yep.
So.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
And I've seen this a few times, especially within like the last tournament, that it's very much just like picking team fights that you can't win just because you're trying so hard to get the kills, like gold from kills, that you miss out on gold that's from minions.
So I think the other thing too is that, again, you're playing mixed elo. And one of the things I've definitely heard on comms, listening to them, is you have the higher elo people not only trying to guide themselves and play their own game, but also guide the lower elo people on where you should be, what you should be doing. And some of those calls result in delayed shot calling. That means, unfortunately, say the Amumu sees a bandage and goes, I think that's a good play. Well, maybe it isn't. And they're going to try their best to laser this. And I think Harpulse is going to die. Prim takes the kill. Prim gets the shutdown. Not a bad person to have the gold on. Like, definitely what I said, the wombo between the Ash ult and the Lux bindings. But they are turret diving. Dispenser is going to die here. Amaretto is also going to die with the reset off of the... Oh, exhaust comes out. Milk's going to die for that.
Holy sh-
It's Primrose versus the world. I'm giving Chaos absolute shit, because Chaos is right there. Let Chaos have it. Chaos needs that gold. Overall, not bad. I think Cosmic Eclipse got a little cocky on how far ahead they were, and they played that a little sloppy.
Yeah, they have more power in their team fights, and it seemed like they were very split there, especially with Draven being bot side.
I think Dokkaerin. Is it Dokkaerin or Dokkaerin? Or neither?
Dokkaerin.
Is Dokkaerin? Okay.
It's Dokkaerin.
Dokkaerin, I think what blue side needs to do is track the Darius a little bit more aggressively and get the Scion on the opposite side of the map. Like, I think they need Scion to be avoiding the Darius and splitting wherever he's not. Like, this is, and they're rushing down Baron right now. They don't realize that they're on a ward. I think the Lux Laser and the Ash Arrow and everything combined, they needed to sweep this out and before they started it. And here comes the arrow in. I think it might have been a little early, but they're going to try and go for it anyway. Here comes the laser across, but red team's got an Asher. And now it's just kind of going to be a bloodbath. And with how red has been playing,
just focusing down Darius. but that's not enough. And
Heart Pulse
Syndra
takes
was out
out
of
Haru.
position so bad.
No, the unfortunate thing is that blue team was split scrambling to get to Baron. And I think at that point they may have just wanted to give it, because now that's not only Baron but Soul.
Yeah. I did see them starting to ping Dragon though, and I found that interesting because it's like, okay, you see them. It was like what we were talking about earlier with like, you see somebody.
Remember what I said about positioning?
Doing one. Yeah, you see somebody doing one objective. What you were talking about, you should probably try to push for the other objective. Especially in this
certain
case.
Objectives are non-negotiable. Elder Dragon you must contest almost without fail. Baron is questionable, but the fact that they contested Baron, lost, and red team was on Soul Point, like Cosmic Eclipse just took them for everything. There's about a 5k gold lead, a little less, 4.5k gold lead right now. What do we think blue team has to do to get back in this game?
At this point, I'm not even sure, because like, the best thing you could probably do is try to avoid team fights. So the best you can do is like defend and soak up as much gold as possible. You should not be trying to fight them fully in a team because they just like snowball those fights really hard. Trying to like, there's Vex in the bot lane. You could easily probably try to catch her out with like Syndra, but like, the fact that they are all hovering mid lane.
Solid cleanse coming off of Pokemon just to avoid that Lux Laser, which was great. Otherwise, he was definitely dead there. Personal opinion, if blue team has any hope of winning the second one, I think blue team needs to turtle in their base. First of all, they need to wait for this Baron buff to fall off, because this Baron buff is making them strong, and the Cosmic Eclipse is making a lot stronger movements with their second Baron buff than they did with the first. And Pumpkin Chunkins need to respect that. They're going to lose mid inhib here. What they really need to do is make sure that they don't lose more. They cannot step up and try and toe-to-toe this team. It's just not something they can do right now. They have to catch up. I think that... Oop, shit. I think that Scion's doing exactly what Scion's supposed to do right now.
Yeah, Scion's making the most of this.
Good laser to stop the backs. But once again, Amaretto's up further than Amaretto should ever be on their own. Now, the fact that there's nobody there is great, but your ADC should not be blazing trails into the fog of war. There is no earth in which your ADC should be blazing trails into the fog of war when they're this far behind. That is asking to die. So I definitely, one of the things I would like to see, especially considering we saw such powerful gameplay from Amaretto last one. I'm not sure if it's just the ADC that they're on. I'm not sure if it's the new team comp. Redo definitely needs to be more aware, especially when they're behind, of their positioning. Dispenser is taking this Gromp, but at what cost? Because Masterman is on top of him and he's brought Heart Pulse to play. Nice arrow, nice binding. Laser's not going to do fuck all to that bear. That bear does not care. But ultimately, their jungler does survive, which is better than not. ADC went on an adventure. ADCs are not meant for adventure late game. They're very squishy. Haru's up too far. In the situation, Haru needs to back off. Prim eats the ult from Vex, but the exhaust is going to help. Unfortunately, not enough for Haru. And Heartpulse is showing...
He's running for it.
Is showing what happens when a Darius gets ahead and nobody has the ability to deal with it. Dispenser goes in. There's a TP coming, though, and Amaretto's going to die again. There's nothing you can do into that at this point. This is one of those points where I tell you, play it out. Play the game out. They can make a stupid mistake. They can fuck up. But your back is against the wall, and quite frankly, Prim isn't coming up for 20 seconds. This game is lost. You accept it. You take a deep breath. You shake it off, and you go next. Sometimes it happens. Both of these teams played phenomenal games. Unbelievable scrim games, because like I am so impressed Both of those games, like the first game was 42 minutes. This one was just about 36. Like, unreal how these teams played. I'm so impressed at the play, the counterplay. I think scrimming is helping both teams learn about one another. And honestly, I'm thinking about it, like, I gotta be real. I think I was like, why do I hear shark? I think that I think it's very obvious who my MVP is for the Cosmic Eclipse. I don't think that needs to be questioned.
Oh my god, that was good.
5 killed my brother.
I think that we said Harples wasn't
MVP
MVP for his team game 1, and he took that personally.
Oh my god, he just took that lead right at the start.
No,
and
he
just
took
going.
he took that personally. I'm not MVP. Bitch, let me show you.
You are now.
Let me show you. I would also like to point out that I definitely think that Confuzzy seemed a lot more comfortable on Leona's playstyle as opposed to the Soraka from first game. From the games that I have seen Confuzzy play overall, I also think Leona fits his playstyle a lot better as far as support. As far as Pumpkin Chunkins, do you have a favorite for MVP? Because I do.
I think I would have to give it to the Syndra. She try her best, and it was like a pretty decent lane, but
honestly, it's a toss up between the Syndra and the Lux. For me, it's a toss up between Syndra and Lux. Like, Sion got a chaos, played his heart out, but he was bullied right from the get-go. Like, and Prim had some wild lasers to mop up and just turn the tides of fights.
That is really fair. I wasn't really quite sure because it's like, oh boy, that was a rough thing on the blue side.
So that's
oh my god.
One of the things through tournament that I'm gonna ask every caster is who their MVP is from the winning team. And Confuzzy wasn't letting you play. Listen, you're gonna have a talk with him. You're gonna have to talk with him because he's not even on their team. Not really. You're gonna have to talk to him. But that was a lot of fun. The back-to-back games and 1 win each. The one Hex Flash out of the bush where the Zenith Blade went just down the middle. I was like, oh, that had to feel so bad.
Yeah, to be fair, it's what I said at the start. It's like Leona is very much more of a skill matchup than a lot of people give it credit for. Because like a good Leona can absolutely fuck up a lot of different characters.
Leona is a very strong champion, and that's one of the things I've said before. I'm not bad on Leona. I actually really enjoy playing Leona, but I don't like playing Leona when the rest of my team isn't on headset with me, because then I go in and they just look at me. They just look at me and I'm like, where are you? Please come with me. I need you to come with me.
I feel like Leona has the same problem as Braum in that, like, these are very team fight heavy champions that need people to follow up with them.
They need friends. They need friends. All right. We've got a bunch of people that are in queue. And as much as I would like to go watch their third game, I'm not sure if they're scrimming again or not. I would also like to genuinely allow other people to get shoutcasted and played, even if they're not full teams. If any other full teams ready? Because if no other full teams are ready, I'm gonna go to pulling individuals. And if any individuals are looking, I don't think they're quite ready yet, Aurora. So if any individuals that are part of the Shonen Pro tags, Prim, thank you for having us. Both teams, Masterman and Prim. I know you guys are team captains. Thank you guys. So once you guys are done, let us know. In the interim, I'm going to move all of, yeah, I assumed you guys are going to play a best of 3. I will leave, okay. So I think Satoru and Sanctra are in the queue right now. Like, if you guys aren't going to play, if you guys are going to play in the 5s and I have enough to not pull anybody into this one, I'll pull the individuals. His team won't surrender. I guess get fucked, I guess. All right. Ario, Smoothie, Amaretto.
Then I will hop out so the next person can hop in.
Well, thank you for casting with me. I look forward to more.
Of course, that's fun.
All right. Good night, honey. All right,
Bye-bye.
Move, Heart Pulse, Masterman, Confuzzy, Milkman is Milk Dude, and I think that's everybody. That was Raccoon. Steve, you are good to hop in. I am going to run to the restroom real quick. If Shonen Pro Tags is ready, then we're going to cast them next. They're probably just going to run a ranked flex unless they have somebody who wants to play into them. But I think the other team wants to go for a 3rd game because they want to do a BO3. Like, they don't just want to leave it like that. But after he wants to scrim you? So what, am I going to cast one? Am I going to cast one of just you guys and then you guys... They're just fucking going for it, bro. Heart Pulse needs to take a break. Heart Pulse needs people to let people breathe. I guess game 1 was him letting people breathe.
Yeah, that was.
Oop, you are really quiet. Let me turn you up.
Okay. No, you're good. Yo, I see my Shabalanke on your screen.
I need to turn you up even more. Why are you so quiet?
The character looks so good. Let me check my settings here real quick. See if maybe that has something to do with it. No, my volume is like
that's fine.
All the way.
You're quieter than usual.
Oh, okay.
And that's fine. I'm just like, why are you quiet? All right, lads. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'm just gonna leave it on this screen, and Steve can entertain you for a moment. This is the team that we're gonna be casting next. I'm not sure if they're scrimming or not. I don't think they're scrimming for this game. I think you guys are looking to scrim later, Shork. I don't know what you're up to. I'll be right back.
So one of the things that I noticed in the Discord that I thought was amazing. So 4 people on this team have their name to begin with the letter S. And Novelle in the Discord changed her name to Sovel so that it would match the rest of her team. And I chuckled when I first saw that because I knew right away. I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what happened here. So, Wolf, you flatter me.